This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we are playing Dwarves. Dwarvish Winota. I got the red-white quest, and it's like, what kind of Boros deck can I play that I haven't already played? And honestly, there's not a small number. You can do a lot of things with aggressive Boros right now, from Magecraft, but Winota kind of stands above it all in best of one because it's a very hard deck to deal with. It has that sweet RNG spin the wheel element that a lot of people get really excited about to see what they can hit, and it just kind of does broken things if you don't interact with it. It's banned in Brawl, Traditional, Historic, and Historic, but continues to join forces in Standard. So when you're going to play Boros, if you're not playing Winota, you probably need to think about it quite a bit. You need a good reason to not play Winota, if you know what I mean. And this particular deck is going to try to use Winota in a tribal shell revolving around dwarves. So let's grab our dwarf friends over here, our dwarvy buddies. So we've got this often unused card, Staunch Shieldmate from M21. This is 1 white for a 1/3 dwarf soldier. Normally not good enough for constructed, but if you could give it just a little boost and maybe the ability to ramp you whenever you turn it sideways, it gets more interesting. Enter Magda, the Brazen Outlaw. Other dwarves you control get +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf becomes tapped, create a treasure token, sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. Magda being one of the key parts of the deck, a little bit of ramp from the treasures can go a very long way. It opens up a few different deck building avenues that I really enjoy, but for the most part, just casting Winota early is very strong. You can indeed play turn 1 Staunch Shieldmate, turn 2 Magda, turn 3 Winota, and then attack, make 2 more treasures, and fetch 2 more creatures out of your deck. The opponent probably, at that point, cries in the corner if they didn't get to interact with you. Rimrock Knight is the other playable dwarf in Standard, and no matter what you say about 7 dwarves, or the one that fetches runes, Runeforge Champion, or whatever other changelings there are, this is the other playable dwarf, and we're trying to run the good dwarfs, not just a pure dwarf theme deck. That's nonsense. We have mythic games to win. So, 1 and a red for this 3/1. It's in mono red. You know this card. This card has probably hit you a few million times if you played Arena for a week. So other cards that we want to surround these with, we want to keep some of the, what I would call the good stuff element of the Winota decks and the Boros decks. So for me, that's 4 copies of Bone Crusher Giant because it provides a body and a removal spell, and 4 copies of Selfless Savior for the indestructibility. I had a really hard time cutting Skyclave Apparition from the deck. And if I were going to make another cut and add Skyclave Apparition again, I would cut the Selfless Savior. The problem is, Selfless Savior plays so well with the Skyclave Apparition because if the Apparition dies, the opponent gets back an illusion token, which is a big problem for you. And this version, if you cut the Savior, can't protect the Apparition, so the Apparition just gets killed by the opponent's stomps, frostbites, shocks, and you end up 2-for-1ing yourself. Not great, but I still really do want Skyclave Apparition, and I would cut Selfless Savior to get it, if you're going to play this version, and that's what you want to do. Humans, or a Winota deck. You want at least 14 humans. You would prefer 16. And we are going to be running Elite Spellbinder, which is, of course, one of the sweetest humans around. Blade Historian, you've seen these interactions before if you've been on the ladder at all. We're going to run Winota, of course, but we also get to run Kenrith in this deck, and I don't usually run Kenrith in my Winota decks if I don't have some kind of an angle on Kenny. And the angle on Kenny here is that the treasures that Magda makes can sack for mana of any color. So we can use all these different modes on Kenrith that normally we would not be able to use in a deck like this. So that's a reason that I want to play with the Returned King, because I might end up using all these different modes because I have the ability to generate mana of any color. And then we have 2 Goldspan Dragon in the deck. Goldspan Dragon plays well with the treasures and also plays well with Magda itself. Remember that flavor text on the bottom that almost never happens? Sacrifice 5 treasures to go get an artifact or dragon? Well, with a few Goldspans in the deck, we do have hits for that ability if it ever comes up. It's also kind of cool. One of the biggest ways to stop a Winota deck is just to kill all the creatures that would trigger Winota. And when Winota is by itself, it can't trigger itself. It's just a 4/4 that has to attack to have any text, and I don't know. Like, you can kind of neutralize Winota in that manner, but if you play Winota and the opponent doesn't kill it, thinking, well, they have no way to trigger it, it's fine, you can play this hasty Goldspan Dragon, which can attack, trigger the Winota, maybe go hit a Kenrith, and then you use the treasure to sacrifice and give them all trample. That's pretty nice. So a little extra angle with Goldspan Dragon in the deck. 24 lands because I do have 4 5-drops, even though I have a little bit of ramp in the deck in the form of Magda. And it's all creatures, so I get to play Umori the Collector. And Umori the Collector is pretty hard to cast off black, black, and green, green, but Goldspan Dragon can do it, Magda can do it, and I have 1 Bright Climb Pathway and 1 Branch Loft Pathway in the mana base, because sometimes if we have the mana already for Blade Historian, we want to be able to use the Kenrith abilities, or we want to be able to cast the Umori. So Umori is mostly nonsense, but it's a companion. When it's free, it's free. You might as well play it. And yeah, I'm excited to dive in. I would run a lot more pathways if I were willing to cut the Snarls, but I like the Snarls. I actually find the Snarls really helpful in these decks, in 2-color aggro specifically. So I'm still running 14 basics to trigger them, which I find to be a good number. All right, I have described the deck in detail. Talked a little bit more than I expected to there. I didn't fill this in. Why? For effect. I'm doing it right now. Twitch Prime. It is the time of the month to please renew Twitch Prime. If you're one of the people who use your free Twitch Prime subscription to support me, CGB, it is free for all people who have an Amazon Prime membership in their house, and they just have to connect their Twitch account to their Amazon account, and then they get a free subscription over there. And you're like, subs are free. Well, subs are free on YouTube. On Twitch, subs are paid normally, and half the payment goes to your streamer. So please head over to Twitch and renew Twitch Prime. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you don't use Twitch Prime, it's a great way to support me for free with a couple of minutes of Googling or looking it up. So thank you very much to the hundreds who do that. I appreciate you very, very much. And let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Zenus? That rhymes with something. But that's what we call low-hanging fruit. Get it? Sounds terrible. Let's keep. We're gonna get staunch. We're gonna staunch shieldmate, bone crusher, hopefully draw land. Do our thing. Let's go Winota. Ride. Of course, drawing on basic land would basically make everything smooth. Drawing 2 basic lands and our hand is so perfect. There was stick there. The opponent's got this on like full control, because there's nothing in standard they could play this way. Did I queue into historic? Do they have Pact of Negation? What is this? Okay, 3 giants, 2 lands. Shuffler is fine, everyone. As you know. Magda would also be a perfect draw. Hey, I didn't mean for the opponent. That's crap. Oh, man. Let's go. I think we kill this. We could just play the Bone Crusher Giant and hope to top deck the land, and then we have an either and better Winota. But I think if we kill this, we're in a much better position if we don't draw the land. Naya Magda double. And a savior this time. No! Great. All right, so we're chilling. Send 1 shieldmate. The other can hold back the Magda. And let's take the opponent's Winota, since they were going to curve out ahead of us. Okay, no Winota. No mana either. There is a Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, they are going to attack and make the mana. So I think we take the Chariot. Yeah, they attack with Magda. We block, but they have a treasure. And this way, like, 1 treasure won't cast their Blade Historian because they have a forest. Oh, nice. Nice, they found their lands. I Still think we can win, though. All we gotta do is play this Joiner of Forces. And everything will be fine. It'll be fine. We won't whiff. Absolute mad lad. If they want to stomp... Yeah, they might stomp the shield mate, actually. Wary of my Winota. My Winota. Let that be my next jam. The next music video project I hope I will ever get done. My Winota. A ballad by CovertGoBlue. My Tapland. Boo! My Winota. Alright. We don't want to block with the Bone Crusher Giant and get that stomped. Actually, we don't really want to block at all, do we? Yeah, we don't want to risk the stomp interfering with Winota. So let's go. I always get told that I don't make enough Winota Rider jokes. Look, that's not funny. I'm much more about musical references. My Winota, that's funny. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna run it into the ground. I'm running it way into the ground. My Winota. Our opponent did not draw their Winota, because that's not how the song goes. The song doesn't say their Winota. The song goes, my Winota. By the way, if we had flipped those, could have done this last turn, would have been fun. Go, baby. Go. Nice. And, okay, and boom. Embercleave assemble. Embercleave assembled. 69-0. It's a good rank. Pretty nice. Not perfectly nice, but pretty nice. I don't know what's going on today that makes all the juvenile, like, absolute worst humor come out. I got money, dough. Dude, nice flex. All right. Keeps. Dwarvies. Dragons and dwarves. All we have to do is draw land and or a Magda, which we haven't done yet. But we would take it. Get him. Let's see. Probably gonna Bone Crush their Robber of the Rich, so maybe we're not supposed to play anything here. Against Mono Red, there's no way they do nothing on turn 2. We're definitely going to get to crush something. Robber of the Rich. How do you like it? How do you like it, Mono Red? All right. How many creatures do we want to play? I think we just play the largest one. They need to go Snowland, Frostbite, and something else to compete. Okay. And we got their Bone Crusher out there without them using it. So let's... I guess I would play both sides of the Rimrock Knight, but, you know, this does make things a lot harder for the opponent, so let's do it. Boulder Rush. And do we save the dog or the dwarf? Yeah, let's keep the 1/3 around. It's obviously annoying them a bit. It can block a lot of their stuff, and we have another dog. Woof. Soulseer. So indestructible won't work because this says that permanent loses indestructible. Well, there goes our big old double striking blade historian power. Let's do it anyway. Just keep slugging them. Down to 8 you go. Now, if we have a land off the top and we get to keep our blade historian, Goldspan Dragon is gonna ride. Oh, Mono Red. You really think I'm going to fall for your little ploy? Take one. Yeah, maybe they're just trying to keep us from having the flawless victory. Yeah, there you go. You play that, blocker. All right, let's see that hand. You'll bluff no longer. Yeah, I thought so. All right, 2 Ember Cleaves. Oh, you mad? They salty. They salty. Dwarf Noda. You know what we haven't drawn? Magda. Not even once. Haven't drawn Magda one time yet. This is really something. Mono red. But have you met the staunch shield mate? The fabled 3 toughness on turn 1. Yeah. Look at him. Look at that smug dwarf with that big shield. Look at him. Wait, but I want to attack. Why? What am I gonna do? He's got so much toughness. Yeah, let's go. You and me. Gotta get through. Just gotta get through. All right, now we got our savior. So selfless. What a good boy. What a good boy. Let's get elite. And what have you got there? 2 robbers of the rich, a Torbrand. Yep, it's the Torbrand. Those robbers are going to be annoying, though. Let's see if the opponent just goes for both of them and charges with all. You wouldn't, you know, you got to be mono red. You got to run ahead here, right? You got to get into battle. If they hold back the giant, I'm going to win no to them, though. Okay. Steals a nothing. Steals a nothing. Wow, 2 lands. So, we could double block, sack Savior, protect Spellbinder, kill 1 robber, take no damage, but then we can't trigger Winota. I think we need to trigger Winota and upgrade this selfless Savior. Wow. I think I'm playing this on black. Sounds good. Or the pathway, I mean, on black. But we can make that decision next turn. All right, do we throw away our Winota? Or our dog, so to speak? Because even if I hit... It's too bad we drew this Kenrith, because hitting a Kenrith would be boss. I actually don't think so. Let's D up. Let's play defense here. If we weren't going to make that attack, then maybe I should have done the block trick last turn to kill a robber. But I think threatening to trade with the Bone Crusher is better. So we'll see. Oh, please. Don't hold back. Let's go. Everybody into the red zone. Yes. You love to see it. Not my staunch. All right, we gotta kill this Faceless Haven. Oh, no. Oh, that's something. All right, so you're over here, you're over here, you're over here. We'll declare blocks. We'll sack here. We'll protect here. Haven goes down, so they can't play the card off the robber. So attacking here doesn't trigger Winota. We're at 12, they're at 20. So attacking is not great. They get a free dragon post-combat if they find the land, but they have to attack with the robber, which we can block and kill. Let's play this on black. Let's play Kenny. Defense. I'm going to reanimate my dog. It's something I've dreamed about ever since I got a dog. I've just been fearing the day the little guy will die. And now I can reanimate my doggo. It's pretty clutch. All right, Annex is scary. What do we do? Oh, this is such a stupid game. All right. Do I pay 5 mana for a dog or 3 mana for an elite spellbinder with no target? I want my dog. Not gonna lie, I want my dog. Plus, it's a really cute trick if we get to do it. We attacking? Oh, we are. Oh, robber of the rich, why you do this? No! Not like this. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how they want to do things. If they activate the castle, we trade this for this. This we save with the dog, but we don't really want to save it with the dog, so we'll just take the giant here, and we'll block some smaller things like so. And if the Embercleave comes down, we reanimate a puppers. First strike damage. Howie. More damage. Okay. Playing around spot removal here. Welcome the 1/1s. What else you got? My puppers. You animal. Staunch shield mate. Hall monitor. Alright, blocking's about to get a lot worse. Reanimation jutsu. Do we get a spellbinder? Do we get a savior? I'm getting the savior. The savior can attack? Ah, they got a staunch shield mate though. That's pretty bad. I do need things to trigger Winota though. Let's grab the shield mate. We could save the savior for a trick. No, we know we want this. Let's just grab it now. Let's grab it now. Besides, if we top deck a land, we can reanimate the shield mate, give everything haste. Okay. Never mind. I think we need some free stuff off this Winota, don't you? The hand is getting so ugly. All right, puppers, go get him. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. No block with the shield mate. All right. See if the opponent wants to save that with the dog. Doesn't seem very exciting, to be honest. And now first strike damage will kill it. All right, we have the 5 life option or the giant option. Let's see. Block, block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're at 8. We need the life. Unfortunately, Hall Monitor can really hurt us here. Let's see. So we block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, the life can save us. Don't want to mess that up. Now, if I had known I was going to hit Bladed Historian, could we have attacked for lethal there? Yes, but we didn't know that. Not everyone, no! Alright. Well, they didn't use the Hall Monitor, that's good. Activate Castle, please. Don't play Embercleave, please. Let's see if they remembered about this. And now they're gonna die. Yeah, that's more than 20 swinging at your tapped outness. It's over. It's over, Mono Red. Retire. Resign! What should I do? What on earth should I do? Well, it's Mono Red, so BM is an option. I just want more triggers, baby. Show me that card. Show me that card. Okay. They will not. This rank makes my brain happy. You go first. No Magda, no Winota. All dwarves. Just dwarves. Let's go. Staunchies, just in case we top deck Winota. Nobody's gonna kill it on turn 1. Snow-covered swamp, gross. Land off the top, gross. This is not good. Let's get these on the field. I know that Rimrock can be more damage, but we might need to somehow push through something, and this is the closest thing to a spell that we have in our life. GG's. Alright, in response, we don't want the opponent to draw a card, so we sacrifice. Alright, so we want to play Magic. They won't block, will they? Will they? They see that I have Umori. Oh my god, they did. They did block. Oh, no respect to the Dwarf clan. Alright, what you got this turn? Luris? If they have Luris, at least we get to Blade Historian, punch them in the face a little bit. Okay, they didn't draw a card off that because they let their Eidolon die. That's going to make 2/2s. Kind of scary. Goldspan Dragon, that's not too bad if we draw the land. Double strike them. Alright, come on, land off the top and let the Blade Historian live. Double striking Dragon for the W. We can even cast the Omori the next turn, potentially. If the dragon lives. Rankle? Well, there goes the dragon. There goes the dragon, probably. Opponent getting aggressive, though, with a Blade Historian on the field is sus. Discard a card and sack a creature. All right. Well, the dragon has yet to fly in this video. All right, come on, Magda. Where the hell are you? You're really making me angry. Of course. Let's go. Just gonna buy a little Umori here. Don't mind me. Maybe we shouldn't have if we were gonna play this. But, yeah. I'll discard the land. We won't get to cast the Umori anyway, but the land coming in tapped is lame. But I could have set up to draw dragon, the second dragon in the deck. Also to play Kenrith if I draw it, but that's not nearly as exciting. Opponent's such a cheater. Look at them having all these cards that do stuff. And look at me and my staunch shield mates trying to carry the day. I'll just get rid of this. I know it puts the dead weight back in the graveyard, but what can I do? Like, we got absolutely trounced this game. Yeah. Nice. All right. Come on, deck. Maybe don't keep a hand of all dogs and shield mates, though. They're kind of the weak cards. 5 games later, Magda's in the hand, and it's with a very mediocre hand on the draw. But I guess we'll try it. Not the card we wanted off the top. I can guarantee that. Daxos. Tempting to play the Rimrock Knight first. The opponent might be able... it might be able to attack next turn through a Heliod, and we'd still make a treasure, so let's do it. Gonna have a read. Mono white life gain. Deck usually doesn't have interactive pieces to get rid of your stuff. It's just attacking, blocking, and having awesome stats most of the time. He says that, and that happens. This game is such a scam. It is such a scam. It's so rigged against you at all times. All right. Do we play a Magda and then hope to Winota and run the Magda to its doom? Or do we play an Elite Spellbinder and try to take the opponent off a perfect curve? The problem with getting the Elite Spellbinder here is it doesn't trigger Winota, which is probably our play next turn, but I guess we're just going for stats on the board at this point. We can't get aggressive. It's just not an option here. So the Sky Maul ruins us. Everything here is bad. So how do we construct a game plan where we actually get through this? If they're dawdling with Luris, maybe that's not too bad for us. If they play the Sky Maul, that's their most aggressive play. If they play the Luminarch Aspirant and hold up the bounty, it also means they want to be aggressive. I'm going with the Sky Maul. I need to buy time. I need time to be on my side. I need to set a board. And I need to make attacking a little harder for the opponent at some point. So that tells me they're going to play Luris. So we don't want to put anything in the graveyard for them. We drew both of these off the top, didn't we? What a joke. What a funny joke. Okay. Let's see, this isn't blocking. We'll put out the 4 power blocker. The opponent will play the... They'll play the Aspirant. They'll put the counter over here. They'll attack with that. And then we'll have a Winota that held back this and this. But it can't trigger. And we're attacking for 3. That's not doing anything. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. So we'll run the Magda instead into the Luminarch Aspirant and trigger Winota and try to hit something that way, and then hopefully play Kenrith. Okay, well. Opponent saw through my plan and just got absolutely aggro about it. Now we have to hold back the Spellbinder to block. We could play Kenny. What's that do? Next turn we can gain life with Kenny. I think we just need to start getting free cards. The problem is we have to attack to get them, but this isn't the worst. And we might hit more Spellbinders, which is what we need pretty badly here. Okay, there is one. So these can at least block for the Luris for a while as we try to build a board and get some mana going. Unfortunately, we still only have one way to trigger Winota, and the Magda's probably going to die here in very short order. What if we take it? If we had a Blade Historian, how much is that? Our opponent's going up to at least 27 and has 28 available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 24. Yeah, they still don't have to block. But we can play... Ooh, we can play Kenrith. Alright. This is going to be a no guts, no glory moment. I do think I moved a Blade Historian to the bottom, too, which is very, very scary. But no guts, no glory. Alright, do we hold back a blocker? Do we do it? At 2, holding back a blocker isn't enough, right? Plus the opponent can use this for protection from white, so blocking doesn't do anything. Alright, Blade Historian. By the way, the opponent didn't play this, which might mean something like... Ugh. The one nastiest card they could have is Sigrid Godfavored, and they have it. Taking the Winota's wrong, though. Should be the Kenrith. And was there a Blade Historian? 2 of them. 2 of them. Now, it's too bad I don't have enough treasure to gain life with the Kenrith. Let's see how the opponent wants to block. They're probably not dead. We got 10, 18. Yeah, it's not enough. This one doesn't have the trample, so I can't give the double strike and trample, so it's pretty bad. Yeah. It is what it is. We'll do as much as we can, because math, I'd prefer to be wrong. I prefer to try when I'm playing the aggros. But man, Sigrid Godfavored, did you have to draw that? Look how close we got. Yeah. All right, that was a tilting game. I just want Magda on the play with a Staunch Shieldmate. Why is this so much to ask? Why is it so much to ask? I don't even need Winota in the hand. I'll try to get lucky and draw it. Great. My luck with these Kenriths has been terrible. I want them out of the deck just because I can't stop drawing them. We have to mulligan this. This is pretty bad. This is really bad, but we'll try to top deck a Magda, and then it's very good. Fail. Why am I so bad at this deck? It's killing me, man. What the heck is with my top decks? They're so terrible. Oh my goodness. All right, it's been a rough couple of days, guys. Not gonna lie, and it's not getting easier. It's getting worse. Like, oh my lord. Okay, Galazeth, we get to... Okay, so we're going to draw land for the rest of time, is what I'm learning here today. Uh-huh. Well, I guess you're missing an untapped land. That's good. I'm gonna cast Uemori. Oh my god, I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 cast Blade Historian. Let's see if they counter this. If they do counter it, there's no counter spell. They don't have one. They got nothing. Too bad this isn't lethal. All right, I'm dead to Alrund's Epiphany, which is probably the foretold card. The deck went cold, man. Knocked out of top 1000 by the Shuffler. The only way back, revenge on the Shuffler. This is it. This is the hand I dreamed of when I built the deck. It only took 8 games to get to it. All right, and we're against Yorion. Let's go. Let's frickin' rumble. If I draw like 8 straight lands with this hand, I still might win. So, I guess that's what we have to do to be Shuffler proof in this day and age. Tap land, go. Counts. Evolving Wilds, huh? Thinking about adding the green because I might play Umori this game, but if we get a few treasures, that shouldn't be a problem. All right, top a Winota or a Kenrith or something like that. Like a powerful card to go with this Magda and these treasures, and we are cooking. It's also really good because the opponent might kill the Magda with a Heartless Act, and we've got another one. Which means the little Staunch Shieldmate is gonna go the distance. We built our own Curd Ape. We're gonna carry it to victory. All it takes to get a smile back on my face. A little free mana and a 1 mana 2/3. Opponent found the line. Do it again. treasure patrol in effect. See if the opponent kills another Magda, but we're in a place where Top Deck and Winota or Blade Historian does them so much damage. This opponent was on the draw, they had Blood Chief's Thirst. Let's see if they have another removal spell. Probably running removal tribal here, so there it is. And I said if we only drew lands for the rest of the game, we might still win. The Shuffler heard me. They're going to put it to the test. They're going to put me to that. They're going to hold me to it. Also, I didn't get enough treasures to actually cast the Umori. Maybe I should have found a way to play this on green. All right. We finally get our good hand, and we run into Blood Chief's Thirst, Eliminate Extinction Event curve. But we're still in it. It's not over yet. And we finally drew a creature. 2 Migration Paths and an Emergent Ultimatum, huh? I guess I'm grabbing you. What do you know? It was Sultai the whole time. I mean, you cast Emergent. You cast the Path. And you hope to top deck. There you go. Just a bad version of Sultai. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough to cast this, so they have to top deck. Did we get there? My hubris saying we could draw all lands and still win. We had to draw an elite spellbinder along the way. It was asking too much. Yay, even and odd. We get there. We get there. Nice removal spam. I've been in the opponent's seat a ton of times. It feels so bad when you play against an all-creature deck and you play 2 sweepers, 2 removal spells, and still just die. But man, guys, the Shuffler is after me. It is not going easy. Oh my gosh. This is it. This is it. It was worth waiting for. Donch! Argument to play Savior and protect the Magda, but nah. Nice! Sees Umori, plays Duress. Oh. Ah. Aha. Let's go like this. Get in there for the treasure. Get the dog on the field to protect the Magda, so that we make 2 treasures next turn. Oh, we are rolling. Don't claim nothing. If you go claim village rights, I'm gonna cry. Alright, that's fine. Drop off the elite. We'd have to sacrifice the dog to protect the Magda, but we have another one. What I'm worried about is the Winota getting forced out of the hand. So maybe we play both here. Should have played this dog pre-combat. Might result in more damage, since like 1 more damage would have gotten through. Go ahead and play this on green, just because we might end up casting Umori this game. And now Magda's on, or not Magda, Winota is on the field with a Savior to protect. Where are my buddies? I need to run around the table and high-five all my buddies. We're doing the thing, guys. Okay. Kind of scary if they have a way for somehow for 1 black to kill the things. But if that were an untapped land, I'd be way more afraid. Oh my lord. Look at them. Like, what the heck? What are the draws my opponents be getting? Trigger. If I whiff here. That was close. All right. Well, now we get Extinction Evented, right? If we didn't, it wouldn't be Magic the Gathering. Just having this in the hand might be useful because they play these discard elements. I mean, okay. Ah! Every deck is so... Every game is so stressful because it seems like the opponents are... They're fighting back hard, okay? Closely ranked opponent on the draw. We'll try it. Definitely mediocre Boros, though, is what we've got here. Mediocre Boros draw. Especially Rimrock Knight on the draw. This card is so bad on the draw, I almost don't play it. Don't want to give away that we have a Rimrock Knight when they play a creature and we don't kill it. Careless Celebrant. Classic. Can't block, but hopefully that will get the Celebrant to attack. Since we don't want this thing blocking. We lose. This game's over. This game is over, baby. Let's see what happens, though. You know me. I'm a sucker for punishment. Can't block. Let's go. If we play the Magda there, they just sack the Celebrant and kill it. It's not a good play. You gotta play the Spellbinder. Hope that they use their Celebrant on something and then stall out for a minute. I hope their hand is bad. Like, real bad. It's not bad. But it's redundant. And sometimes when people have redundant effects, like all Woe Striders, all Celebrants, we find ways to play around them. So we take the Akron War. Careless Celebrant. Yep. So they're going to go aggro with it and take out the Spellbinder. If we play Winota now, they'll probably sack the other Celebrant to kill the Rimrock Knight. And then we have a 4-4 versus a 3-2. So it's not that bad. But is that the play? Another Spellbinder might draw out the other Celebrant. Unfortunately, if we play the Magda, will they sack and kill the Magda or the Knight? If they let us keep the Magda, oh, especially if we get to make a treasure, that would be so nice this turn. Okay, there's a few options, and I'm not sure which is better. I guess what we really need is to pop off with Winota. So let's play the Magda, get them to sack their Celebrant, play the other Dwarf, then play Winota next turn. No, not another don't have a removal spell. Don't do it. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That is so bad. All right, we needed that to be a dud, but our opponents are drawing cards today. They're not drawing duds. There's no mercy. Blocking is not an option. Top deck 2 Heartless Acts in a row. Okay. That's going to keep Winota from doing anything cool. So what do we need? Land for the dragon? Land for the dragon. We don't get it. We do not get it. So I'm going to play the 4-4. That's going to try to brick the team. The Woe Strider can sack the Celebrant, kill the Rimrock Knight, but we're too low on life to mess around anymore. What we need is we'll have to top deck a land and play the dragon to trigger the Winota. That's not terrible. We take those, as they say. Keeps on top. They've drawn 2 straight Heartless Acts. Will it be a third? It must be a way to kill the Winota. Since we played our Elite Spellbinder, they've drawn 2 straight Heartless Acts. They haven't scryed to the bottom once. This is probably a third oh. Why did they keep Kroxa? Why would you keep Kroxa? I don't know. I guess they really like Kroxa. I mean, I don't think that's the card you want in that spot, but okay. I mean, you're on 5 cards in Graveyard. You're still not getting there. Blade Historian. Go in for the double striker. They can attack me back for 3. If they bring out Kroxa, I discard this. I top deck Goldspan Dragon. Maybe I win. All right, come on, baby. But why did they keep Kroxa? I would never have kept Kroxa there. I guess they block with the goat. They want the Kroxa back. That's why they're blocking this way. Okay. Cool. I mean, this is going to be a tough keep too, because if we keep Rimrock Knight, the opponent has to block next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They might take it. Oh, I think we discard the dragon. They kept on top. Well, at this point, I can't read anything into that. Opponent is a maniac. Yeah, I think we keep the Rimrock Knight, because if they don't block, they die. And if they do block, we can trade with the Kroxa. Game goes on. If I chop deck the land, I'm going to be sad. Okay. What you got? Man, I can get him to 2, but I guess we kill the Kroxa. Because we've got backup Blade Historian. Down to 6 you go. Man, we're actually turning this thing around. I thought we were dead. I thought we were dead. Our opponent made some interesting mid-game decisions. And they kept on top, but it's apparently not a removal spell because they're playing another Woe Strider to chump. And this is another Blade Historian. Trigger. Boom. So much damage. You're not dead, though. 2 chump blocks. If the opponent steals Blade Historian with haste somehow, it's still not enough to kill me. All right, they did scry to the bottom. This is the board state it took. This is the board state it took to prompt a scry to the bottom. Everything was good until you were facing all this. Oh, man. That game was weird. That game was so weird. A 1-drop and 5 drops. Mulligan. Nice. How do we keep, though? We don't have enough white. I think I'm gonna go with... We could put a land away and hope to top deck land, or just get the mana off of these. All right. Let's go. Let's go. If we top deck land, it's good. If not, it's awkward, but playable. Yorian Gamer wants to talk. Nah. I'm here to destroy. Destroy and destroy only. Alright, since I have a backup treasure, I'm gonna let the opponent kill this one. I'm not gonna play the dog here. I want them to kill this one. Besides, right now they're playing white, so it's exile effects. Nice. Do we slam a Kenrith? If we attack with both, they trade with the Magda. And then we can play a Kenrith. Wow. What you got? What you got? I got 2 lands and I got a Kenrith. I got an Elk Masta. Interesting. Takes the Historian. Did you notice I have 2 lands though? That's interesting because I can't really play it. All right, let's get you down. I guess we'll get you down. Could have given this haste, but then they just trade, and I think that's sad. And we want the treasure here to trigger the Kenny. They appear to be some kind of a mono white so far. Do I use the Savior? I think so. Nah, Staunchy did Staunchy's job. Staunchy did the work. Not quite sure what I'm up against. But I think if they could have exiled something cheaply, they would. They might have, like, Shatter the Sky. In which case, we've got to defend Kenny. Charming Prince. This is some kind of mono-white 80-card Yorion. Sounds fun. I'll play it. Hand it over. Give list. Opponent gains life. Oof, they're scared. You don't have enough for the Blade Historian yet. This is mana of any color. So we could draw a card, we could resurrect stuff. All kinds of fun to be had. +1/+1 counters on the Magda, potentially. Let's get into the red zone. All right, just that. We can use our treasures to resurrect Magda, or we can make a bigger Magda. Yeah, green abilities in my deck. Do you like it? Nothing else to do with our mana. Let's gain that trample. There is blue mana in there. There's good in him. I felt it. I don't know why I find that as funny as I do. All right, draw Blade Historian, win. I don't even know if we need Blade Historian. It's close, right? This can absorb 2. We can add 1 and trample. Yeah, okay, we do need Blade Historian or a way to get 1 more treasure. They play Maze Mine Tome. When that shuffler turns around, it turns around hard. You know what I mean? And we are back for the post-game wrap. And what a wild ride. Let's check the stats powered by untap.gg. Check out the download link below if you want to try the companion app for yourself. And it also gets you to my deck lists. And it does support the channel. So thank you to everybody who's downloaded it and tried it out for yourself. Untapped.gg. What a wild ride. We were down here and we went up here and we went down here and we went up here. Win streaks and lose streaks. That's what today's video was. Win streaks and lose streaks. You gotta have a stomach, a big stomach for the RNG if you're gonna play a Winota deck. That's for sure. Look at that, 67% on the draw. How did that happen? 63% on the play, 7-4 overall. So putting up a 64% win rate. You like to see that. And just kind of matchups all over the board, quite frankly. And yeah, the draws can be good and the draws can be bad. Yeah, look at that. 3 wins in a row, 4 losses on the low in a row, 3 of them on the play, which is kind of embarrassing. And then 4 wins in a row. So yeah, it was a wild ride. I hope that you can go out there and try it for yourself. What do I think of the deck? Is it better than other Winota versions? I think that the big advantage this has over other Winota decks is just having a 1-mana 1/3. Other aggro decks in general, kind of getting to put down a high toughness stop sign early and then still get Winota triggers can help you in the aggro matchups quite a bit. I'm still not sure if the Selfless Savior should just get cut from the deck and be a Skyclave Apparition, but it's so good against control, and Skyclave Apparition is so bad against control and ramp strategies, whereas Selfless Savior is so incredibly good. So I like having Selfless Savior. It's not like it's terrible against aggro either. It makes all things combat awkward, and it's the cheaper card. And generally, if you're torn between two cards, like really torn, playing the cheaper one isn't that bad because your curve overall gets better, so you just have better draws. Drawing Kenrith in your opening hand or off the top of the deck when you're trying to curve out, by the way, is also frustrating, and I don't know if you need 2 copies. I also thought the Goldspan Dragon was mostly flavor for the Magda and could probably get cut from the deck to play other things. If you cut the Goldspan Dragons and the Kenriths and ran Skyclave Apparition, your Winota would trigger less often, but what it would hit would still probably be enough to get the job done, as Elite Spellbinder and Blade Historian are, you know, They usually combine to kill the opponent in a turn or two. So maybe the real play is just to cut your 5s and add in the Skyclaves and go from there. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you guys to go out and try the deck and see what you think of it. If you've got any other thoughts or things like that, leave a comment below. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. You watch this long, you can't absolutely hate the content. You should probably subscribe. Just forget subscribe. And thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Renew Twitch Prime. You're cool.